Hello friends, so I recently took a trip to Egypt, where, like many other tourists who go there, I was able to enjoy some desert scenery, including a ride on a camel. And so, while my camel and I were getting acquainted, I was told by a group's tour guide that he was called Jamal. Jamal, that's a nice name, and Jamal was a good camel. He wasn't a spitter, nor a biter, and he had a gentle gait that made riding him particularly comfortable. So yes, riding on gentle Jamal was truly quite a joy. Now, to my surprise, later on my trip, I learned that Jamal was not so much the name of the individual camel I was riding, but rather the name of all camels in Arabic. You see, in Arabic, Jamal means camel. Okay, good to know. And wait, now that I think about it, Jamal kind of sounds like camel too. Could it be that those two words are related? Well, yes, actually. Arabic is a Semitic language, and its word for camel, Jamal, is descended from the Proto-West Semitic gamal, which, interestingly, is also the ancestor of the English word for camel. It's also the ancestor of the word for camel in many modern Semitic languages, such as Amharic, and, interestingly, many Romance ones, through Greek and then Latin. And it makes sense that the word camel in English and so many European languages would descend from a Semitic language. After all, camels aren't native to Europe, but rather they're native to parts of the world where Semitic languages are spoken. Anyway, I was on this little camel tour with my friend Tanya. She's from Russia, and so I was curious what she called her camel. Apparently, her camel's name was верблюдица, the female form of верблюд, which in Russian means camel. Now that word doesn't sound like Arabic. Is it descended from Semitic? And if not, then where did Russians get their word from? Camels aren't native to Russia, are they? No. And Tanya, who like many of my other friends, is also into etymology, eagerly explained to me not only what a camel's name was, but also how it got its name. As I learned, the Russian верблюд, which is related to words for camel in many Slavic languages, as the chart shows, comes through Gothic and Latin from the ancient Greek éléphas, which interestingly meant ivory. Wow, that word looks kind of similar to our word for elephant. Is it related? Yes, it's the distant ancestor of our word for elephant, and logically enough, it meant elephant. Now, it's unclear where that word éléphas comes from, but most scholars agree that it isn't Indo-European. Among other theories, it might have come from Egyptian, or it might have come from Berber, both languages spoken in North Africa, and apparently, back then, elephants lived that far north. So basically, neither camels nor elephants are native to Europe, and Europeans traditionally consider those animals pretty exotic, without always being able to differentiate which one is which is why, it seems, over time, some Europeans confused both animals, and some, like many Slavic languages, took a variation of éléphas to denote camel, whereas other languages, like Romance and Germanic ones, took it to denote their word for elephant. Interesting how language works sometimes. Oh, and by the way, in Arabic, the name many of us may be familiar with, Jamal, with the long second A, is a noun that means beauty, with the adjective form jamil. And as we just learned, Jamal, with the short A, means camel. So there we go, Jamal el Jamil, a fine name indeed for a handsome camel. Thanks for watching.